Oh my God.
Welcome to Paranormal Nightshift, your home for all things that go bump in the night and your fan stories told here. Today's story is called I Need to Go Home and comes from Evelyn in Tennessee. It's weird being a travel nurse. I'm never in one spot too long and it doesn't feel like I ever really have a place to call home. But the money's good and, the travel's kind of nice as well. I took a gig in Tennessee working at an assisted living facility, but it was graveyard shift, 6P to 6A. And it wasn't uncommon for us to have visitors stay after. Even though visiting hours was over at 6 and the doors automatically locked, it wasn't uncommon for us to have to let people out throughout the night. But being it was an assisted living facility, we had to be pretty cautious about who we let in and out, because a lot of the times our patients would try to find their way out. Earlier that day, we had a situation where the power went out and all the doors are put on timing locks with a key card, but the power somehow messed them up, so everything was unlocked. So in order for people to come and go, they had to check out with us. After about 8 o'clock in the evening, we figured most of the visitors had already left, and my colleagues decided to go take a lunch break, leaving me to be the only one at the desk. Out of the corner of my eye, I see an elderly man with a walker heading towards the door. Sir, excuse me. Can I help you? I need to go home, is what the man said. I said, sir, I have to check. You know that. I have to check to make sure that you're not a patient here. You don't understand. I need to go home. Sir, I understand that, but I have to check. I need to check the visiting log. It's all for safety, sir. I'm sorry if it's an inconvenience, but I have to check. Man became agitated with me. You're wasting your time. It's time for me to go. Sir, I understand, but please just sit here. Let me go check the log and make sure that everything is safe, okay? Please tell me your name, sir, so that I can check the visitor log. My name is Pat Patterson. I don't have anything here under your name, sir. Did you go visit Mr. Patterson? Mr. Patterson in room 4? Is that who you visited? Man continued to tell me I was wasting my time. He put his hand on the door, and while I tried to stop him, he just vanished. Just disappeared into thin air. By this time, all of my other nurses had started to come back, and they asked me what was going on. I said there was a man who came to visit Mr. Patterson, and he just disappeared. Of course, the two of them looked at me like I was crazy when I explained to them that he just disappeared. But we went into Mr. Patterson's room, and surely enough, he had passed in his sleep. I still don't understand what I saw, but there was a man at the door trying to get out that looked just like Mr. Patterson. And then he disappeared. I asked security to check the CC footage, and of course they told me that I was just talking to myself. But how am I having a whole conversation with somebody for upwards of 5 minutes, talking to myself? None of that made sense to me. You hear all the ghost stories about working night shift, but this one was kind of sweet to me. Mr. Patterson just understood it was time for him to go home.